a lot of time in woodworking, you won't always have really nice dressed all round timber from the hardware store. Sometimes stuff is going to be rough or just not level. So if you look at this, there's a high spot in the center of this. It was something that was already sawn. What I'm going to go through right now is how to prepare a piece of timber to use from rough sawn or rough stock. I know that there's a high spot in here, so I'm not getting any flat spot there. So what you need to do is start with the side that you think you might want to start out as your face of your timber, the outside edge. Grab yourself a plane and you're going to try and plane this surface flat to start with. Make sure it's held well in the vise. Now that I seem to have it mostly clean, I'm going to just check it for flat. Couple more light passes. You're checking it with a straight edge, checking for flat right along the surface. I still have a slight rise just here. Straighten the plane up now rather than skewing it. Introduced a lump in the center. Once you've got your face surface flat, you're going to introduce something known as a face side mark, and I'm trying to figure out, I'm thinking this side will be my face edge, and my grain direction in this piece of timber is actually going this way, which was why I was planing it this way. So my face side mark, known as a pigtail, points in the direction of the grain. And the reason I can tell the direction of the grain is going this way is if I spin this around, you can see the grain lines heading towards this face. So now this side I want to make into my face edge. Your face side and face edge need to be basically perpendicular to each other, so at 90 degrees. I'm just going to clean this up and I'll be checking it for 90 degrees off my face. A little bit more blade out. Light passes is usually the better way to go. I need to take more off this side. Right, so now what I've done, checking against my face side, I'm getting my face edge at 90 degrees. I then put a face edge mark, which is a little V coming off your face side. I might do those in a darker marker. So I've got my face side mark going in the direction of the grain, my face edge mark showing that these two are at 90 degrees to each other. From this point, if I was going to be using this in a project and using only hand tools, I would then mark out how wide I need my timber to be, because this might not be parallel to this, and I'd scribe that line and plane that down to size as well, and then you'd flip over and do your alternate face to get that parallel to here. After that, then you'd mark out and cut to length. Now these two reference marks are your important ones because you're looking at being taking all your measurements off your face side or off your face edge. So if you were doing a frame, this would be the front of the frame, this would be the inside edge of the frame, so that everything sort of works out square off that. So just to recap those, starting off with rough timber, use a jack plane to plane what you want to be your face side, get that flat, decide which is going to be your face edge, you plane that and get it to 90 degrees to your face side, put a face side face edge mark on it. From there, mark out the width of your timber, you will plane this down to width, and then you'll flip it over and you'll get the back surface flat as well, because you can see that this has a cup on it or a rise on it. And that's if you're using all hand tools.